So to dishonor. So never give your food to any kafir. I never give my food to any kafir. That's right. I had some takans, they will come to work for me a couple of months ago. They're going to be coming, some new ones are coming now to work for me soon. We're going to pick them up for about 20 quid a day. Yeah? They came to work for me and they were in the garden. I don't offer none of my food. I sat there in my kitchen, I was eating my chande masala and my rice and that. I'm not going to give them none of my food. Rasulullah said, do not let anybody enter your home but a Muslim. Do not let anybody enter your home but a Muslim, or eat from your food but a Muslim. Unless you invite him to your house for dawah. There's difference. But people, they confuse this. I remember one brother, he said, oh, we're going to have, what was his name now? Chris or John, some Chinese guy. He said, come round, we're going to play some computer games. I said, what do you mean? You mean play computer games with Chris or John? I said, I come to your house, I don't mind playing a computer game, I'll give you a game or whatever it is, not too long, and we'll have some food. What's John coming for? He said, no, we're going to give him dawah. Give him dawah, but you're not really giving him dawah, you're playing computer games with him. What kind of dawah is that? You know what I mean? You start to mix with him and all this type of nonsense. So, unless he's coming to your house for dawah, different story. But for him to come to your house and we just, I'll have the oranges and you have the Heineken, this is complete rubbish. The Sahaba, they said, what if this person, he comes to work for you? Yeah? Like this incident, like this scenario I was in. He come to work for me, come to do my gardening for me. He said, if he comes to work for you, treat him like your slave. This is words of Rasulullah. He said, treat him like your slave. Yeah? So they, wait, do that job. Wait, you missed a spot over there. That's it. Carry on. Look at it like that. That's it. Al-Islam ya'lu wa la yu'la alayh. And the Muslim is superior and the kafir is always inferior. You always look up high and you always look down at him like this. You see?
The Muslims are the best of mankind. Muslims are fascist people. They are fascist. And let me show you the fascism of Islam. Muslims are the best of mankind and they have a duty. Why they are the best of mankind? Because they have a duty to go and attack you and bring you with the chain around your neck. Read me. You are the best of the people ever raised for the benefit of mankind. You see the benefit of mankind? Amazing. Sound like good. Chapter 3 verse 110. So the Muslims believe they are the best of mankind. That's why they look at everybody down. You are dirty, you are filthy. The Quran calls non-Muslims najis, pigs, monkeys. They are the worst of the creatures.
Don't touch it.
Why?
Because you're najis, bro.
I'm najis. Najis. What is a najis? What is that?
Najis, you haven't made ghusl, you haven't done...
What is a najis? What does that mean?
Najis is you're not in a state of purity. Only people...
So you're calling me dirty?
Filthy,
Yeah, filthy, yeah.
You're calling me filthy?
Yeah, you don't know.
Wow, I love it.
Good.
True colors is coming out, man. The best of mankind. Why? Who is the best for mankind? Are those who bring them with the chains around their necks till they embrace Islam. This is the best of mankind. This guy is saying to us, I'm not going to fight you unless you fight me. The best of mankind is those who attack others and bring them the chains around their necks until they force them to embrace Islam. If you are a Muslim and you think you are good to debate me, please feel free.
Assalamu alaikum.
You said to me, Assalamu alaikum. Are you allowed to say to Christians, Assalamu alaikum?
Brother, we here live peacefully. Christians.
This is not a question. This is not a question. No, my friend. This is another question. We're talking about Islam. We're talking about you and me. We are talking about Islam. So, according to Islam, are you allowed to say to me, Assalamu alaikum?
Yes, we should say peace to everybody, and to Christians, to everybody.
No, that's not true. Your prophet said, don't say Assalamu alaikum to the Christian and the Jews, and if you see them in the street, force them to walk in the sewage. This is your prophet. This is Sahih Muslim in the front of you. Says, don't greet Jews and Christians before they greet you, and if you meet any of them in the road, force them to the lowest part of it. So your prophet said clearly that you should not salute the Christian, you should not greet them, and if you meet them, you have to harm them.
Okay. But
You're saying the one who don't accept a Christian to be friends, and he claim he's a Muslim. Are you saying he's a bad Muslim?
he should be, because we have to give peace, and we have to give love.
All right, but this is not the teaching of the Quran. The Quran in chapter 5 verse number 51 says, take not Christians and Jews as friends. So are you saying now, you just said that the Quran, Allah and Muhammad are evil, both of them, and they are teaching evil and they are bad. I ask you, if somebody don't accept or take a Christian and Jews as a friends, is he a bad person? You said yes. I already heard you. And now the Quran saying that. The Quran says, take not Christians and Jews as a friends, for they are the enemy of Allah. You have to fight them, you have to kill them. So you now, by your help, we discover, me and you together, that Allah is a very bad and Muhammad is a very disgusting person if he's a Muslim, because they are not, obviously they are not true Muslims. The true Muslims is like you, the one who take Christians and Jews as a friends. But the Quran don't agree with you. So the Quran is an evil book, cannot be your book. You are a good person. The Quran is a bad book, as you say. And your prophet, he confirmed that. Don't salute the Christian and the Jews. If you meet them, force them to walk in the sewage. And here we go, the Quran says, don't take a Christian and Jews as a friends or protectors. And the one who take them as a friend or protector is one of them. He became a Christian. If you take me as a friend according to the Quran, you are a bad person. You are not Muslim anymore.
We need to be with love. We need to provide love. And
my friend, where you are getting me those stories? Where it says in the Quran you should love the Christians? Where in the Quran says you should not kill them? The Quran says you should kill them. You should kill them. Don't take them as a friends. What are you talking about? What kind of religion you are following? What is it? In chapter 9 verse 29 it says kill them. Kill them if they don't pay you.
I grew up in a big city, and I studied in cathedral school. The school that I go to, it's like Christian school. So
because you grow in a Christian school, you have a Christian value, you are a nice person, good person. But if you are following Islam, you will be a terrorist. Okay, let me ask you. Let us say your father, he left Islam. Are you allowed to be good to your father who left Islam?
What I have heard and is about that he must be killed.
Alright. So, but you said a second ago you have a Hindu friends. So according to Islam, he have to be killed. Are you going to kill your father if you leave Islam?
No.
But Islam says you should kill him.
Islam said that you must tell him 3 times, and
okay.
you have to tell him all the teaching.
Okay, you told him the teaching 3 times, and he don't want to be a Muslim no more. He want to be a Hindu. What you would do to him? He is your father. Are you going to kill him? If the guy he don't want to be back to Islam, what is the solution? You said he will be killed.
I cannot do that.
So you are not going to be obedient to Allah. You will refuse the order of Allah. Islam is an evil religion, obviously. Don't you agree?
No, brother, I don't agree.
Okay, if you don't agree, then why you want to kill me just because I believe in Jesus as God? Let me ask you, did your prophet kill all the Christians and the Jews in the Arabian Peninsula, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Alright, let us see if this is true or not. Your prophet said that if he became victorious, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula, and I will not leave any but Muslim. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that an evil or good?
It's just context.
Okay.
That he mentioned about.
All right, take care, my friend. We don't want to give us a speech is about righteousness. Islam teach righteousness. This is righteousness, to go and bring people into slavery and put a chains around their neck, and this is make the Muslim the best of mankind.
Hadith Sahih Bukhari 452-177. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's Messenger said, the hour, Judgment Day, will not be established until you fight with the Jews, and a stone behind which a Jew will be hiding will say, O Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind me, so kill him. It says clearly, Judgment Day will not begin until you fight, kill the Jews. Quran 5:52. O ye who believe, take not the Jews and Christians for friends, they are friends one to another. He among you who taketh them for friends is one of them. Lo, Allah guideth not wrongdoing folk.
ISIS are the real Muslims because ISIS do exactly what the book says. Kill everyone who's not a Muslim and chop people's heads off and set them on fire and be fucking raging lunatics. But all the other Muslims go, we're not the real Muslim because I read the book and ignore those parts. Well then you're not Muslim because you're ignoring the book.
Allah said, don't greet the Jews and the Christians before they greet you, and when you meet any of them on the roads, force them to go on the narrow side of it. And Imam Malik, he said the same thing as well. In fact, Umar ibn Khattab, who Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that if there was to be another Nabi after me, it would be Umar ibn Khattab in his own charter, with the people of Sham, with those Christians of Sham, in his charter was, Kafir and Muslim, they're not allowed to wear the same clothes as one another. If the Muslim, he comes out on the day of Eid and he sees Kafir with nice clothes, the Kafir has to take his clothes off and give it to the Muslims. The Kafir, when he walks inside the street, he has to wear a red belt around his neck, and he has to have his forehead shaved, and he has to wear two shoes which are different from one another. He's not allowed to, and he's not allowed to walk on the pavement. He has to walk on. He has to walk in the middle of the road, and he has to ride on a mule. The kafir or the child growing up in a state of kufr, he will turn to Islam. Why? Because the child will be walking along with his dad. He say, "Dad, yeah, why you got your forehead shaved?" I don't know whether these Muslims, they make me do it. Why you got to walk? Why can't you ride the animal like the Muslims? They ride the animal like this. Why are you walking with both legs dangling on the side of the donkey? Why is it every time the Muslim comes to you, he asks you for your clothes, you give it? Why is it every time he tells you to get down from the horse, you have to take?
Greeting in Islam usually refers to Assalamu alaikum. This is the greeting in Islam. To begin a non-Muslim with Assalamu alaikum is totally prohibited. Totally, full stop. And if there was a Muslim and a Christian in the same place, I would say Assalamu alaikum, intending the Muslim, not the kafir.
Do you want the Jews to fully submit to the Muslim and pay them a tax until they're humiliated?
In a Muslim land, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah,
and that's what I don't want. That's why I need Israel.
Do you see how filthy this garbage religion is?